Okay, I'm back to do another video. I just finished my cranberry sauce and I ordered some mushrooms. My husband wanted some stuffed mushrooms because he likes the way I do them. And what I did is I have washed my mushrooms and I have taken the stems out. And I'm cutting the stems up now. I've got me some green onions and I'm going to cut these up, put them in my saucepan, and I'm going to put my green onions in there with some butter. Not much butter. And I'm going to put some sharp cheddar and mozzarella in. I don't put meat in them. So let me cut these up and I will get back to y'all in just a moment. Just make sure you wash your mushrooms really good. And you can add to this recipe if you want to, or you can omit anything you want to. This is what you will want your caps to look like, because what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put these in a pan. I'm going to put them down with the cap facing up, and I'm going to let those cook. Now that I have my mushrooms cleaned and I have them all face down in my pan, I'm taking the stems and I'm cutting them in half, and then I'm rolling them and I'm cutting them again. So I'm cutting them in quarters, and then I'm slicing them really thin because I'm going to take some green onions and cut them really good, and this is what I'm going to use as my filler. I'll cook the green onions and the stems together, and when they get done, I will add my cheddar and my mozzarella. I used to use Velveeta cheese. I just have gotten away from using Velveeta. It's a lot creamier, but I think the mozzarella works well with the cheddar for the filler. And you can add anything you want, any seasonings. I'll put salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And that's probably all I'll put in it, but I will season it very well. So once I get this cut up and my onions cut up, and see, I'm putting my stems in here. Now I'm back. I'm going to put a little bit of butter in the pan with the caps in it, because when you cook the mushrooms, they get a lot of liquid in them. Water cooks out of them, so I'm just going to put a little bit in there. And I'm going to put it on a stove, on low, on real low. And I'm going to cut up my onions, and that's my stems. And I'm going to cut up my onions so I can put them in with my stems. Whenever I wash my onions, the green that I cut off, I turn them upside down and spray water in that. Because there's been so many salmonella outbreaks with green onions. And I do order organic. I don't know if that makes a difference. I really don't know if we can trust them to really be organic. I can trust they're more expensive. My husband just got home from work. The Eagles game's on. I don't have it on, but I know we're winning. And we're making beef tenderloin tonight, and I think mashed potatoes, my son said. I want some frozen corn, but I don't know what they plan on having. Let me get these all sliced up, and I'll come back. Okay, I have all my onions sliced up, and that's how I sliced them. And I'm going to put them in the pan with the stems. And I'm going to throw them all over the place, like I do everything all the time. But I clean up my own messes. My husband asked me one time, I don't know if I've told you this once any time before, but he said, "Do you get in trouble when you make a mess?" And I said, "Yes. I give myself hell, and then I clean my mess." So I'm going to take these over. I'm going to put these on the stove. I I've got my caps over here cooking, and I'll be back. I'm gonna put some garlic and some Lowry's in my mixture. This is Lowry seasoning salt. And this is garlic. And I've got a little bit of butter in there. And the butter is mainly for the onions in this. And I've got it in there just so they don't burn, but I mean, if you've ever cooked mushrooms before, you know how liquidy they get. And I'll be back. This is how it's all looking. The filling is cooking. The onions is what I really want to cook in there because you don't want them to be real crunchy. I've got my cheese grated up, and I'll show you my, I just didn't want to have this on real high while I was messing with everything else. I didn't want it to burn. And if you want to put sausage in it, if you want to put a little crab meat in it, you can do any of those things. You could probably even put hamburger meat in them, but they're just good like this. And this is the caps. I'm fixing to take these and turn them upside down and put them in a pie pan or a pie plate so that I can fill it whenever it's ready. Let me turn the big ones back over and let them cook a little bit more on that side. But they seem to be cooked plenty enough. Oh, I'll turn them off. Don't do all this. My husband's been begging for these things. He forgot the last time I cooked them. It hasn't been that long, but he has short-term memory. I think he does. He's a diabetic, so they say you can have a brain fog with that. And that might be it. I don't know, but he doesn't remember a lot. We're not going out to dinner tomorrow. Him and my son are going Christmas shopping together. And when I go to fill these up, I'll be back. Okay, I have my mozzarella and my sharp cheddar right here. I'm gonna put it in, let it melt with the filling. This isn't really hard. I mean, the biggest thing about it is it's time consuming, cleaning the mushrooms and cutting them up. Don't take long to do this, to cook it. You can put bell peppers in it. I don't like cooked bell peppers. I love them raw with salt on them, but I don't like them cooked. My son loves them. My husband don't like them cooked. And when I was pregnant with my son, I ate them all the time raw. Yeah, that's perfect. And there'll probably be some filling left over. Just want to make sure you have that cheese evenly distributed. And now I'm going to just spoon it in. I've got my caps in a pie dish. And I'll bring it all over there with me. Ignore my mess. I haven't cleaned it up yet, but I will. spoon. Just spoon it in. Let's see, I have all my caps in there. And I can be generous with it because there is so much of it. Some of them are small. I ought to taste it. Well, I'll wait till I get done and taste one with y'all. They smell delicious. I'm not scraping this pan hard enough to scrape any of the Teflon off of it. I want to get some Hexaglads. They are expensive. I do have a few ceramic. Okay, I got 3 real small ones. And I'm not going to have any filling left over because I was generous. Okay, I'm gonna taste them with y'all. Ooh, they got a good flavor. The small one. It's pretty. They're delicious. If you try this recipe, I'd appreciate you letting me know. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for subscribing to all my subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do. Thank you for joining me, and you have a wonderful day. Good night.